Hey, happy Monday, everybody.
It's a new week, baby, and we got Scott back live in the studio.
Scott's back.
Come on.
So fired up.
Hanging out in the corner where he belongs.
Yeah.
What was the comment you were just reading me? Not about Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Do not read me any comments about Scott.
Well, let me explain the background of it first. So our friend Kirsty Swick runs the Ghostrunners on Second fan page for the Instagram.
Very active Instagram account.
Very active. The last post was about fundraising for Christmas last year. The most recent post was about fundraising for Christmas this year.
Oh, I didn't realize she posted.
And so, yeah, she.
If you guys don't know, she has had this Instagram account before Brad and I had an Instagram account with Ghostrunners.
Correct.
And we didn't know who it was for the longest time.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, it was so funny.
It was like that. I remember that feeling. I'll be chasing that feeling the rest of my life, being like, what is going on here?
Yeah, because it's like, all right, someone out there has made an Instagram account and they're funnier than we are.
And
So
they know who we are and they're making jokes about us. And they're like, yeah, it's like, the first like 4 posts go back to them. They're electric. I mean, yeah, that was before we were really getting any reviews, before we were getting like much feedback at all. And it was like, holy cow. Anyway, so she posted one video saying, the idea that the intention behind the video was, hey, send us some money if you would like to contribute to this fundraiser. Last year, they raised a bunch of money, last 2 years, for Compassion Children, Compassion International. So this year, she posted a reel, and I mean, she even said on there, it was like, this is pretty half-heartedly done, but you guys get the picture, something like that. And it was literally just a bunch of pictures of your engagement that I think you posted.
Okay.
And then the one wherever it looked like you were like, opening up the ring box to propose to Rachel was a picture of the Compassion International kids.
Okay.
And so it was like, hey, fundraise for this, so we can do, we can raise more money for these kids. And it's
Was
such a
there
cool
music
thing.
behind it?
Yeah, Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh, okay, so that makes more sense. All she wants for Christmas is like
Yes.
Got it.
So then this woman, I'm going to go ahead and say her name because it's just funny, Katie. Her name's Katie Klein.
Last name too. All right.
Because I put, yeah, her name's Katie K. Line. And because I posted on our Instagram all this stuff like, hey, if you want to contribute, this is a really cool thing that we're doing. She responded and said, would love to hear more about how Jake incorporated compassion into the proposal. So cool. So Jake, are you a really thoughtful, like generous, charitable guy, or were you just thinking about yourself and Rachel in that moment?
Okay. Yeah, no, this is great. I'm glad I have this platform to talk about.
Yeah.
Because on the bonus episode, I forgot to bring up how the Compassion Children.
Which I was curious why you didn't. Right?
Well, we only had 30 minutes. And I was like,
okay. Yeah.
How do I get into
You run
this?
out, you're like later, like, I literally bookended the engagement at the beginning and the end. So yeah, so can you tell me just a little bit more about just go ahead. So compassion was a acrostic, right? Like, and you had a different word.
It was going to be.
Oh, okay.
It was going to be, and then I couldn't figure out that second S.
Oh,
and so
okay.
I was like, forget this. Let's
Forget
do
this.
something differently. Instead, I thought it'd be a fun way to tell Rachel, hey, not only like death do us part, you want to be together forever, you want to start sponsoring a compassion child together. So when I opened the box, a lot of people think I said, will you marry me? Not the case. I threw in a few hints of what she was actually signing up for.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Processing, thinking.
Yep.
And I said, I was like, does this seem a little Sudan?
Suddenly, we were engaged. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, Uganda wonder where I got this from.
My
It's
interest
Niger.
is Mozambique.
Oh! Scott's back, baby! Happy Monday! Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning with Jake and Brad, Ghostrunners podcast.
Anyway, yeah, Scott is back. Good puns, which are neither here nor there. But it was funny because I forgot. I mean, it had to be in the first year of podcasting. I brought up, or maybe you brought it up, this old idea I had. I mean, pre podcast, PP.
Mhm.
My blood diamond idea.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember that? And I forgot about it. And I got so many comments from Ghosties like, was it a blood
Was it
diamond?
a blood diamond?
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Quick rundown was I wanted to, this is an idea I had like, I mean, probably 7-8 years ago, was completely fund an engagement ring. Even before I met a girl that I wanted to propose to, just fund an engagement ring by selling my plasma.
Yeah.
And all the money goes into one account. And then I buy the engagement ring. It's called my blood diamond.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good wordplay
I
on
love
engagement
it.
day?
Yeah.
Suddenly,
Suddenly, yeah. And then I fell and it was like, Malawi.
Oh. People always ask me why I
Yeah. No.
People always ask me why I drive an electric car. I'm like, well, look at Brad's truck. I bet he's pretty mad a gas car costs so much.
I was waiting for it. I was like, where's he going? Blood diamond. Yes.
Yeah. So blood diamond.
It was not a blood diamond.
Completely forgot about it. I think I'd also talked at one point about how the entire diamond industry is so corrupt and it's so like fake. And I remember you saying on the podcast, you're like, good luck finding a girl who's down to not having a diamond ring.
But Scott, Sam doesn't have a diamond ring, correct?
There are diamonds in her ring, but the primary stone is not a diamond. It's called morganite.
Morganite.
It's like a pinkish hue to it.
And was it her or you that wanted to do that one?
She wanted to do it.
Okay.
I said,
I
you're
don't know
rocking
enough.
my socks off.
Moroccan my socks off. Okay. Yeah. Come on. African countries. All right.
Oh. Let's try to be, keep the
Scott.
positive vibes going. I don't want us to get cynical.
No.
Okay?
Scott, are you gonna be at the wedding? Is Sam gonna be at the wedding, you think?
We both will.
You both can go? Congo?
Oh,
We
well,
both
you should
can
just,
go.
You both Congo?
why don't you
Yeah,
just
we
ask
both
him,
can
can
go.
you go?
Can you go?
You know what I'm gonna
You
do
both
there?
can go?
You know what me and you are gonna do?
What?
Shake your booty.
Oh!
Hey.
This is great. Let's get some more.
At the engagement party, there was someone had gotten, Scott would have loved it. There was a big thing of crumble cookies there.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, we opened them up and I was like, man, if Scott was here, he would just be, he would. I was like, oh, if Scott was here, he would eat the open box of cookies.
I'd say, give me some Molly of those.
Yeah. Botswana just a little bit more. Dang it. Sorry.
All right. Anyway.
Anyway.
No blood diamond. And it was a real diamond. Oh, all right. I'm clicking off of African countries tab.
How much did you pay for your, like, approximately for your diamond?
Oh, I don't want to say. Why do you ask?
Well, I just want to be sure you didn't get gypped.
Okay. Once again, can
I
I
didn't want
correct
you to
you?
get gypped.
No, you should remember it was Tom was the guy who sold it to me.
I
did
didn't
he-
want Tom to. I wanted to make sure Tom. I was
let me
worried.
do this.
I was worried he
Let me
gypped
do
you.
this for you.
I was worried he gypped you.
Okay.
I got it myself.
I know I had it 3 minutes ago.
I had it right with you, brother.
Want to make sure you didn't get Egypt. was yours.
Wanted to make sure you weren't Botswana. Oh, this was off the rails quick.
Okay. You know what? This has been a lot. Can we chill out? I would love nothing to just chill and go lay by the beach. Angola. All right.
Angola.
Let me help you with this one. No,
Did not get that one either.
I got it. that's how you pronounce it.
Well, you got to
Can you pronounce it the right way?
you got to manipulate them sometimes. Ethiopian box of cookies.
That's how you say Ethiopia.
Or you could just south a frickin' word.
All right. Closing out. I'm really tempted.
I think we all thought we were going to start this podcast by making puns with the names of African
we said, hey,
countries.
this is how we're going to start this thing. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Wow.
Scott, we doing good?
Doing great. I can't tell you how excited I am to just be here in person.
Yeah.
This is fun.
It's been a while, dude. How was minor league pickleball? Give us an update.
Woo. Minor league pickleball was a trip, man. It
wasn't a vacation. It was a trip.
it was a trip. It was
Yeah.
a trip, but in a good way. Honestly, I had a lot of fun. I was listening to the podcast. I got to the part just yesterday from last week's episode where Brad said he was nervous for me like me being nervous.
Oh yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely a mental weakling
Yes.
on the pickleball court. And I don't think I used to deal with it as much with pickleball. Jake has seen it on the golf course. That ship has long sailed. I'm a mental, But it was pretty, I mean, we played a ton of matches and all of them were like high pressure, high stakes. And so it was like a very nervy tournament. But we ended up going 4-4 as a team.
Okay.
Finished 6th out of 12.
Nice.
But that put us in second place in like the consolation bracket. So as a team, we won $650.
Yo,
whoa, you won money playing
I won
pickleball.
money playing pickleball.
You are officially like a professional pickleballer.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
So what
On your taxes this year, you're going to have to claim that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to add that.
Yeah.
Other income.
was it other basically other metropolitan cities brought their teams, right? So it was Kansas City versus
Yeah,
Denver.
do you have like a big like rivalry with like Charleston, South Carolina now?
I wish it was more like
I hate
city
the Tallahassee
based.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Those jerks up in Madison, Wisconsin.
No, there were a few teams that like everybody was from the same city, but I also came across a bunch that people were from all over and they just knew each other through pickleball. We obviously were proudly representing Kansas City. We're representing Chicken and Pickle, Just Paddles, Kansas City based originated companies. But yeah, it was fun. We the whole trip was sponsored. I mean, flights, rental cars, lodging, food. Like I didn't pay a dime this whole last weekend for this.
Well,
That's so
He
fun.
doesn't pay in change often, so I wouldn't look at it.
I got change clanging around in there. Trying to think of what else. Got to know a lot of like Jack Oxler is hilarious, dude. I got to peel back the layers of.
Tell us who that is real quick. I think we talked about him on the podcast before, maybe.
I
would be willing to bet most people listening don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys. Yeah,
Anyways,
look him up.
He's the director of pickleball at Chicken and Pickle here in Kansas City. He's a teacher, but he's like very reserved, and I got to see him not being reserved.
Oh, nice.
Loose a bit. I didn't know he's a teacher. Good for Jack.
We everybody had like a pump up song that they posted on like a player profile on the Just Paddles Instagram page, and his was Grove Street Party by Waka Flocka Flame. And so on the way to dinner one night, I was like, all right, we're all going to listen to everybody's pump up songs.
Yeah.
And we turned on that song and Jack was going nuts.
This is an older guy.
Yeah.
But not like
He's like
in
40,
his
I think
40s,
he's
not
46 or something.
Outside of the realm of Waka Flocka Flame, I think.
Yeah.
that's fair because I don't even know
But-
who Waka Flocka Flame is.
Yeah. He was going hard to some Waka Flocka.
Flame.
Yeah. Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Cool.
yeah, it was fun.
You think you have plans to do it again sometime soon?
Yeah, so the weird thing is the guy that put the trip together is very close now with the owner of Major League Pickleball, Steve Kuhn, who's a billionaire. So we actually got to have dinner with him Sunday night, like just our teams plus him. So it was kind of crazy to like sit down at a table with a billionaire who's at the forefront of pickleball.
Would you rather have like dinner with Steve Kuhn or one of the other owners like LeBron James,
LeBron
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Who else is? I feel like everyone's owning
Kevin Durant, Gary Vee, they're all getting into it.
Gary Vee.
It
Drew
was
Brees.
It was kind of awkward though, because at the very end of the night, apparently somebody saw that he got like an email or a text on his phone, and he kind of like was like, "All right, I gotta go, guys, bye," and like got up and left.
Billionaire problems.
Yeah, but
Whoa, did you say B?
B
Oh,
billionaire.
they said millionaire. I
No,
was
he's
like,
a huge deal.
give him a
billionaire.
break.
Yeah, he's
What's he rich from?
hedge funds.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's easy enough to replicate.
yeah.
Get some hedges.
Why don't we do hedge funds?
Let's.
Prune some hedges.
I just didn't want to, but now if you want to, I will.
hate landscaping, but if I can be a billionaire,
Yeah, just having that much money from landscaping.
Yeah, so
Cool.
over the weekend the news broke that there's a competing league to Major League Pickleball coming out now that's sponsored by another pro league.
bring it
And
on. Competition's good. I saw it's
Yeah.
called Vibes, right?
Vibe Pickleball.
Vibe
and
Pickleball's
the-
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's
Can
I
Vibe
was like,
compete?
what?
What's
Wait, just one vibe?
Just Vibe.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's not gonna do all right.
Yeah.
If it was vibes, I would be all in on vibes.
Yeah. The first owner that they announced today is Mark Cuban. So pretty big fish as your first owner.
That's fine.
Yeah, so but the only vibe goes to Mark now, I guess. You can't have any other owners.
Yeah, exactly. It's vibe.
One vibe Mark.
Like if I were Mark Cuban, I'd be like, guys, I'm out.
I took the vibe.
Yeah, for those reasons, I'm out.
I have a quick quiz for you guys.
Okay.
So there's these two guys there. They're both very good, accomplished pickleball players. They They're very goofy guys. Very
really
very
pickleball players not like the coolest ones in the
very
world.
goofy guys. Their shtick is kind of like being really obnoxious and yelling like, "Come on, let's go!" Like every single point like that they score, and it really is just like get under the skin of their opponents, basically.
Okay.
Interesting. That does sound obnoxious.
It's extremely obnoxious.
You would die. I feel like those are the kind of guys that
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, you gotta act like you've
really-
been there. Just like chill
Yeah.
out.
No,
Yeah.
and I told that to like I didn't play them. Our other team did. I was like, I would lose my mind if I played those guys.
Good tactic on them though.
Yeah, and then they're
Oh.
also notorious for like not knowing the score and then asking like, "Am I the correct server? What's the score?" And like just creating a bunch of disruptions in the game.
Interesting.
You think that's like all part of the mental aspect?
Oh yeah, it's totally calculated.
I like it a little
Yeah.
bit. I like.
I
I
like
don't,
it a
I don't
little
like
bit.
that they're doing it necessarily, but I like the challenge of being with them and messing with them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they
countering.
yell and I'd be like, "Hey, what'd you say? Sorry."
Sorry,
You know,
who goes? When you say let's go, do you mean me as well?
let's go. Where are you guys going later?
You ever
You guys
thrown
wanna-
a vominos?
You guys want to listen to some Waka Flocka Flame on the way? Yeah, like just like making them embarrassed almost about what they're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So one, let me paint you the picture. One guy, short, squatty, overweight.
Chetty and Eddie.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically. Other guy, tall, Asian, balding, wears a headband.
Okay.
So you
Fun.
can kind of picture. So they chose a very interesting mid-match or like in between matches snack. And I want you guys to guess
Okay.
from a list of 4 options of what they were snacking on.
Can we
This is
just
fun.
really quickly guess without the options?
Sure.
Nachos
Okay.
with cut up hot dogs on top. But instead of nacho cheese, it's chocolate syrup.
Okay.
Is that weird enough for you guys?
I was gonna go with turkey leg, not just any turkey leg, from Six Flags.
Yeah, like they
have
have it in a
shipped
cooler,
in, yeah.
like whatever, dry ice.
Six Flags Austin.
Good.
They got it.
Yeah, it's a good guess.
Okay.
We're known for Six Flags in Austin.
Okay, here's your options.
All right.
One of them is each eating one of these things.
Stare at me in the face while you give me options. That's how I know when you're lying. when
I'll
you're
look
telling
at
the
Brad
truth.
while you look
Okay.
at Scott.
Okay, good.
Bag of spaghetti
He went like this
and a
for the
loaf
first
of
one.
French bread.
That's one option.
No, he's
That's
saying each of them is
each-
eating
yeah.
one of them.
Yep. So I'm gonna
Like
list
one
2
has
things.
spaghetti,
One
one
has
has
one thing, one has the other.
Okay.
Bag of spaghetti, loaf of French bread,
Okay.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
corn on the cob, kombucha,
Okay.
Awesome.
Very Austin.
2-foot long Polish sausage.
2 foot long, 24 inches.
Yes.
Okay.
You know those ones you get in like the plastic?
that are like U shaped.
Yes.
Oh, ring bologna.
Yep. Ring sausage.
Okay.
And a full bag of Lay's chips.
Okay.
Ooh, he
Those go
started
together.
over that.
Last one is Fun Dip and a box of Fruity Pebbles.
Those are all fun. All of them are shocking that they ate that in between pickleball matches.
I commend you for those options. Those are great options.
Yeah, those are great
Thank
options. A
you.
well done quiz.
Yes.
I wanted to throw you off the scent.
Well done quiz. All right.
What was the
I'm gonna
last
go
one?
with
Fun Dip and Fruity Pebbles?
Yes.
I think Scott made that one up. I think the correct answer, I really want this to be the answer, is spaghetti and a loaf of bread.
No, that's
a
like
fun- just in the middle. Like you were so sweat. You were drenched. A lot of the other team is changing their shirt because they're so soaked, and you're eating spaghetti.
no. These
That's
guys.
so fun.
He said the guy's balding and the guy's pudgy. Like those guys are doing things to make that happen to them. And so
Okay.
I think it's Fun Dip and Fruity Peps.
You guys are both wrong.
Okay.
Okay. I choose B.
Remind
Dibs.
me. We got Lay's potato chips and something else.
In the ring.
Polish sausage,
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? Do you remember?
corn on the cob, and kombucha.
You choose Booch.
Booch Cobb.
It is Austin. Are they from Austin?
No.
Where are they from?
I
Korea.
think they're from Minnesota or Wisconsin, one of those two.
Ooh. Which one?
Minnesota's not Buchin. I'm going Lay's and Polish.
Brad is correct.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Neil had a full-size bag of Lay's potato chips.
Yeah.
He turns it upside down because apparently it's better for crumbs.
That
He was
is-
eating it out of the other side of the bag, and Jerry was straight up eating
These guys are
ring,
psychopaths.
a ring Polish sausage like it was like an ice cream cone, like just peeling back the plastic and just gnawing on the thing.
What?
Sausage, dude.
That's awesome.
And I have photo proof of it, so I'll
That's-
show you guys. when
I'm
we're
convinced.
done.
I'm convinced they don't even like doing those things. I'm convinced that they're like disciplining themselves throughout the year. Like we're gonna freak people out by doing this because like
yeah.
the OCD in me is like, don't eat that upside down. That kills me that the writing's upside down on that thing. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know. And then the Polish sausage thing is just, ridiculous.
When I saw he was eating that, I told Matt, the guy we were with, I was like, okay, we need photo evidence of this. So he walked to the other side of the championship court, and they were sitting on this side, and was acting like he was videoing like the match, and then he just zoomed in and took a picture of him.
See, once again, wrong move, Matt. You just go up to him and just take a picture right in front of their face and embarrass the heck out of them.
You take a picture and you say, "Let's go!
Let's go!"
As you're taking it.
Yeah. You guys know what the score of the game over there is? Anyway.
Yeah.
That's a fun quiz.
So yeah, I'll show you the pictures. It was shocking.
Wow.
Speaking of pickleball, a guy who was once brought up about 2.5 years ago on the podcast and was once brought up recently via a little wager between Brad and Scott has come up again in our lives.
Oh yeah. I was like,
Tyson
where are you going with
McGuffin.
this?
Yeah, he's been brought up a few times on the podcast. There's really not much of a story here.
There's a story somewhere that we don't know about.
Yeah, you'll get the rest of the story when it happens. Basically, just out of nowhere, unsolicited. He doesn't follow us. He used to follow me, and now he doesn't follow me anymore. But anyway, Tyson messages the Ghostrunners Instagram account, very active account, much like Kirsty's,
Oh yeah.
and just says, "Hello, gents.
What's up, gents?
What's up, gents?
No punctuation like a freak.
What's up, gents?"
Punctuate yourself next time, T-Mac.
So,
And so I said, "What's up, Tyson?" So you ready to come on the podcast?
which would be just hilarious.
Just
So good.
electric. We would do
Like,
numbies.
guys, we got open up the episode. Guys, the biggest episode ever. We got Tyson McGuffin.
Thumbnail.
Scott would love it.
Oh yeah.
Tall, balding Asian would love it.
I mean, that one, what was the magazine or the artical, whatever, that called him the
Barstool.
most, it was Barstool.
Barstool Sports.
Really, that called him the most electrifying man in sports.
They're a reputable company. Like whatever they say is always right.
Good journalism.
Yeah.
High class journalism.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we would have to type that. Oh, it would be so funny to interview a pickleball player on the podcast and just treat him like he walks on water.
This weekend, I'm gonna try and get a picture with him for you guys.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to Dallas for the Texas Open pickleball tournament. Leaving tomorrow.
Are you just going to watch?
No, I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, so is he playing in it as well?
Yeah, he'll be playing pro. I'm not playing pro.
That's what's kind of interesting about pickleball. You just kind of compete
Yeah.
right next to the pros.
Yeah.
You're kind of walking,
Yeah.
you're sharing,
Gotcha.
concession
Yeah.
stands with them.
Sharing
Pretty
Polish
approachable.
sausages,
Yeah, we'll
You get one and I'll get the other, and we'll just meet in the middle.
Lady in the
if you want
Tramp
some side,
Yeah.
do like
It's 2 feet, so plenty
that
for
Disney
each.
movie, Lady and the Tramp.
That's right. Very good.
With the Polish sausage.
But yeah,
That's disgusting.
you need to like make the contact for us. Like,
I
yo,
will.
what's this? What are you doing? What's up, gent?
Yeah,
Yeah.
say what's up with you, gent?
Yeah, gent.
Yeah.
Singular gent.
I like the idea of just calling people gent.
What
Hey,
up,
gent.
gent?
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
I'll
Jim?
talk to him though. I wonder if he's got like an influx of followers or people messaging him that are like, "Hey, found you from
I
Ghostrunners."
think so.
or
I think so
something."
for sure.
Guarantee you
I
that's
think
not
so.
happening.
I think that's what it is. We are that popular. No, we're huge.
There's no way.
I did find out this weekend though that he like confirmed he bought 40,000 followers.
I told
Yeah.
everyone that. I knew it. That was
Yeah.
going to be one of the questions I
yeah,
had for
Zach
my podcast.
Zach Taylor has the inside scoop on a lot of like the inner workings of pro pickleball, and he's like, "Oh yeah, one day he had like 13, the next day he had 50."
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
How do you do that? Like, or how much does that cost? Do you know?
I mean, there's all sorts of sketchy websites that offer it. I've never done it, so I don't know how much it costs.
Okay.
but
You don't have any idea.
It's definitely not what you should do.
Well,
No.
of
Because
course
then it
not.
drives down
Because it's
the,
obvious.
the engagement. Like
Yeah.
it looks, your Instagram looks terrible.
Right.
Because all of a sudden, yeah, Tyson allegedly has 60,000 followers, but he's getting less than 1,000 likes. It's
Mhm.
like, oh, now you look even worse than if you just had, 10,000
Well,
followers.
but these days, sometimes you don't even see how many people like your stuff, right?
Some people can turn that off, which if you're in his position, you probably would not want to if you're trying to get brand deals. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Fun. Scott, thanks for the pickleball updates.
How do you feel? I texted you the other day and you didn't respond, and it was in the Guillotine League group chat. And I said, "Jake, are you like super engaged or not engaged at all?" You didn't ever say.
Oh
anything.
wow, I never even saw that. So that explains why I didn't reply. I'm
That
pretty
does.
active in the guillotine group chat.
Yeah.
So sorry I didn't respond
That's
to
okay.
that.
Super
Brad and I
engaged.
made it through the guillotine this week again. Brad got close though.
I
Brad was on the
did.
chopping block.
I-
You guys are both still alive?
Yeah, it was on Halloween night. Was like when we were the last game, and all of us still had players in the last game, I think. And so I was gonna go to bed. It was a long day. Finally got the kids to bed at like 9 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh, I got to stay up and watch this dang football game to make sure I don't get kicked out of the Guillotine League." But all I have to say is, his name Ryder Burdett. Is that
Yep.
who- Hey, Ryder Burdett, Du, 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 du. Also, Cole Ford 87. Du, 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 du.
Cole 87 Ford, I believe, actually.
Good. Cole 87 Ford. Du, 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 du.
Great. But we made it through. We're through for another week. And yeah, I feel somewhat engaged. Everyone likes to ask, like, how do you feel? And it's like, oh, that weekend was really fun. But now it's kind of just back to normal. I don't know. I don't have anything to look at. She got me jack squat.
Yeah, I've heard of guys like getting something for themselves, and I always think that's kind of hokey.
For themselves.
It's like, oh, I spent all this money on her, so I'm going to get myself a brand new pair of shoes. I'm like,
oh, nice.
I don't know if that's the point.
I didn't think of it that way.
Not really a 1-to-1. If you think marriage is like, you get something, I get something.
Always keep score.
It's going to be a fun time.
I've said that. Yeah.
But you definitely went from like, I respected like the fact that you went from like the high of engagement to like, let's grind out a house project together.
Yeah, it was about a 14 hour workday.
Yeah.
Obviously awake and doing stuff for much longer than that, but just working.
And you got through emotionally. I think that the physical aspect, yeah, anybody can do the house project, but the emotional aspect, I think sometimes is what really wears on, right? You agree with that? House projects? I feel like Catherine and I just butt heads so much.
Yeah. Well, we had so much help. Everyone was so nice and so friendly. We all love each other. It's great. Everyone
I
just
love
gets along.
Catherine.
Well, I'm just saying, we had like 9 people in here and everyone's getting along and having fun.
Yeah.
If anything, the emotions got better as it went.
Vibes were up. The vibe was up.
Yeah, singular vibe, solo, different vibes. All great. I mean, my dad, I don't know if he took a break working all day.
Yeah.
It was incredible having him and Steve Coop, a couple farmers working, Rachel's brother, Tommy.
That dude works.
You need to get Tommy down here.
Works with an E. That dude is works.
Timmy or Tommy? Brad.
Don't tell me. Tommy.
Good.
I mean, they both work. But Corey was showing me, their house. Like they figured out they were going to like do some renovations, and they figured out like one wall of their house was basically like needing to get repaired. So they like blew up, like took out a whole wall of like outside wall of their
house. They have a hole in their house.
Yeah.
And in the middle of that, he comes down here in the middle of harvest season.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a farmer, so he works with his hands and like, his physical labor all day, and then gets home and is like, I'm going to go, build a house real quick too.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They're all very hard workers. It was fun. Great day. And yeah, engagement's great. Everyone is so nice. I can't believe it. I mean, just like everyone is so nice. All the ghosties, everyone on my Instagram, like the amount of people who showed support, it truly blew me away. I know that's kind of a cliche to say, but I felt blown away.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is crazy. Like all these comments, everyone truly like, they just can't help themselves. They want to say congratulations. It is so nice. I was talking with Rachel last night. Like, I probably posted on Instagram 5-6 days ago or whatever. And I got a comment last night that just says, congrats. And I was like, that's amazing that like you see 800 comments on a post. And you're like, I still want to say congrats.
Well, I haven't done it yet myself.
And I'm glad they did, because I saw it. I was like, it worked. I saw that you said congrats. I appreciate you said congrats.
That's awesome.
So I really do appreciate every single one of those like comments. Like I tried to look at them all, and the ghosties are so nice.
Is that the strategy, is like wait 4 or 5 days? Because then like, it's not like you're just scrolling through the comments as much. Like, yeah. Like say, do the happy belated birthday kind of thing. Like
perhaps I'll let you know.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Next time I have massive news.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so everyone was just so nice. And I was just very, especially in comparison to like Correct Opinions came out yesterday.
Right.
Posted that I was engaged. 3 people said congratulations, and 2 of those were ghosties.
On the Instagram or on the YouTube?
Like comments? On the YouTube video,
seriously?
Which is nothing against their listeners. It's more of just pro Ghostrunners listeners.
It's a little against their listeners.
I'm just saying, I'm thankful for you. You guys are
so
nice.
I'm gonna comment congrats only on that one. I'm gonna take away my comments on the other ones. Yeah, dude. Have you guys planned anything yet? Like, have you started?
Yeah, we got a date. We got a venue.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got
moving.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we're moving.
You got
moving,
a house,
grooving.
a date, and a venue.
Yeah, I got a house.
What else do you need?
I have like a video guy already in mind. I had a lot of stuff planned before I even met a girl.
Yeah.
The things I wanted in my wedding, and
right.
Just different stuff. So yeah, I'm ready to roll. It seems easy.
It's easy when you find a girl that's like, yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's great. If
video guy, yeah, I trust you. Go ahead.
I like making decisions, and she likes watching me make decisions. So.
I really like making Rachel make decisions. That's my new favorite thing.
So yeah, you're still in the phase with Rachel of like, let me try and help you, and I'm in the phase of like, I don't,
like
she
you
might be
don't
a lost
understand.
cause.
Yeah, she's done. It's too long. Like she's too far gone.
I'm focusing my efforts.
Oh my gosh.
Sheltered.
I'll tell you why now. I'm focusing my efforts.
My efforts with Rachel
please.
are now on building different kind of habits because I know she's going to be indecisive the rest of her life. So I've given up on that.
Yeah.
The habits I'm trying to build now are on like setting herself up for success when it comes to like time management or like just having systems in place. I'm trying to get her to have more systems in place.
Yeah.
Probably a lost cause as well. But I'm like, has it ever crossed your mind to like put your purse in the same spot every day? She's like, no. I'm like, maybe think about it. You don't have to, don't, just jump in, but start thinking about someday maybe having a spot for your purse. That could be fun. And you don't have to ask me where it's at every day.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I bet the phrase that I have used in marriage more than anything else is you should write it down. You should write it down.
Mhm.
Like Catherine, I think rolls her eyes so much because I'm like, did you write it down? She's like, oh, I forgot something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you should write it down next time. Like have some kind of document of like, yeah, write it down. And she started to try to get a little bit of systems in place, but now I think she just writes it down in like 15 different places. And so it's like, she just doesn't have like a master note. And I'm like, well, you can always use your phone. And then she does that and whatever, it doesn't matter. So
I see what you're saying.
I don't think that my intentions behind having Rachel decide are to better her. I think they are to entertain me. Like I like watching her squirm a little bit of like, I don't want to decide, or like she'll say something and then she'll just look at you like, is that the right answer? Like, did I do the right thing? Is
You're
that
just trying
okay?
to choose like a quick dinner for the four of us.
Uh-huh.
Brad's like, Rachel, you have to decide. She's like, no.
Like she like gets like really excited and like, no, please, no, I don't want to do that.
10 minutes later goes by and she's like, okay, fine. I will throw out some options. Chipotle.
Does it start with the C,
Doesn't
Brad?
have to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you guys had for lunch.
Well,
do I need to say more? Do you guys like Chipotle?
Yeah.
It's pulled teeth.
yeah, we gave her, I let her off the hook the first time. I was like, okay, fine. Give us 3 options. We'll choose one of them. This time I was like, you are picking the option. But then in my head, I'm like, I think she just picked that up. She picked Chick-fil-A. And I was like, I think she just picked that because Jake and I like that so much.
Yeah.
Which is probably what I would do too.
It's fine. She's great.
She's great.
I lost at one point over 100 followers from announcing I was engaged. Kind of fun.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
tracked that?
Yeah. Well, I know I was at 43.2 when
Uh-huh.
I announced it. And then when I woke up the next day, I was at 43.1.
Wow.
Kind of
A lot
fun.
of, lot of disgruntled ladies out there.
Yeah.
Is that a thing,
I think
ladies?
it's
Are
kinda
you like,
funny.
I can't follow this guy anymore if I know I
I
can't
just
have him?
can't see him anymore. I can't. He can't pop up my feed.
Ah,
Yeah.
He's taken.
I was telling Rachel, I was like, I think that's kind of fun. She's like, why? You lost your followers. I was like, because think about it from their perspective. Because once you unfollow me because of that, it's like, you could theoretically say they were only following me because they thought they were going to marry me. And when they saw that they weren't going to marry me, they're like, this guy has no value to me. I don't follow him. And I was like, those are the kind of people, I don't care if they follow me anyway.
so
right?
you think that's why I don't have 43,000 followers is because of that?
You're not, you're not like
I've never been single on Instagram, I don't think.
that's
Imagine if you were.
I'm just
Oh,
going
I
to say
know.
this, and this is not going to be fun to
Millions.
hear. And this is going to be pretty blunt. This is just incredibly stupid of you
What?
to be married.
I'm gonna be honest, like marriage was like the worst decision you've ever made in your life, bro.
Take it from me. That
Yeah.
was just, I mean, as far as your business and your brand goes, you could not have done anything
Oh
different.
man, yeah. They're always like, I would buy a table from that guy, but he's married.
He's so married.
so unfollow him out of Alice Custom Creations Instagram, and yeah, just get out of there.
Just know that you made the wrong decision, and that's going to haunt you financially.
I'll
for a
tell
while.
Catherine. I'll be like, hey, do you mind just like
Jake and I talked.
taking a couple year hiatus? You
Build
know,
the business, and then you come
Right.
back.
Build the
Right.
following.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Thanks for telling me, even though I didn't want to hear it.
I knew you were not going to want to hear that.
But you did it anyway. That's a true friend.
You got to be blunt
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I went to Home Depot on the morning of Halloween this past week, and I kind of forgot it was Halloween until the woman helping me was in like an Annie Oakley outfit, which that's the thing about Home Depot though, is it didn't jump out at me at first. I was like, she's just kind of old fashioned. She
What-
works with leather.
Define Annie Oakley outfit.
So the reason I know she was dressed as Annie Oakley is eventually she told someone else I'm dressed as Annie Oakley.
Okay.
I would not have known. I would say she looked a lot like Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, if you're familiar with that
Okay,
show.
sure.
Like long brown kind of dress with like
Frills.
Is it frills? I couldn't figure out. I was like, krill? No, that's what whales eat.
There's little krills all over
krilly
her.
dress.
She had like your underbelly. Anyway, so that was like, oh yeah, it is Halloween. Okay, there were a few other people there dressed up. I want to get your guys' opinion. There was a guy helping me. I took a picture of it. You don't need to see the picture. You just take my word for it. There's a guy helping me. Just an eye patch. Nothing else. No other pieces of costume.
Don't say a word.
Was he in costume or not?
No. No way.
Just an eye patch.
Yeah, there was no other details that seemed costume worthy.
He did not have a sword sheathed on his hip.
What's this guy buying? What's he look like? You see anything else about him?
Oh, he works there. So it was the Home
he's
Depot
working there.
employees.
Oh, he's working there. Yeah, that was a costume. Yeah.
It might have been
really?
it might have been like a low key Jim Halpert type of thing.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
being the eye patch version of himself.
No, that was I forgot to dress up. Well, I have an eye patch if you want to wear it. Okay, sure. That's what it was.
Okay, that's believable too. I would have thought like any other place on Halloween, that's probably a costume. But the fact you work at Home Depot, I was like, this guy maybe he's had an accident. I honestly, I leaned more towards not a costume.
I think, which Home Depot was it? Because I think I probably know most of the employees.
South Olathe.
Oh, nope. That's a wild card for me. I was thinking you were going to say one of the ones around here.
That must have been Jerry.
Yeah. No, really.
You
I was
dog,
like, no,
Jerry.
there's nobody with an eye patch. South Olathe, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of forgot we flew home from Austin on Monday. I forgot it was Halloween until our gate attendant was Cruella DeVille. And I was like, oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Like, whoa.
I was laughing. I was like, when you were like, I kind of forgot it was Halloween until, my co-pilot Goose, helped me land the plane. And then I was like, talk to me, Goose.
Speaking of Top Gun, on the way down, we got on the plane. Before we even took off, the pilot was like, it's going to be a pretty bumpy flight. We had a lot of weather on the way up here.
This is how I prepare.
Yeah. And so like, he's like, we're just going to go ahead and keep the flight attendants seated this whole time. And so like when a pilot tells you that before you're even going, it's like, I'm in for some fun.
As a plane sleeper, I'm like, oh, this is a test.
Yes.
I'm excited to be challenged. Can I sleep through the turbulence?
I have so much respect for you being able to sleep on a plane. Okay. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, we get up there and it is bumpy. And I'm watching Top Gun in the dogfight scene at like the bumpiest part.
It's like one of those simulated rides at like Disney World. Like, boom,
talk
boom.
about a 4D movie theater.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm literally like holding the screen up to my face. I'm like, Mav, tell me where he is. Mav, screaming, looking out the window over the wing. I see him. It was pretty funny. It was a good distraction because I don't care for turbulence, so it was a good distraction.
I don't care for it.
I literally just pretended I was like in a fighter jet right there.
Like some people like turbulence, not me.
I'm one of those weirdos, like big fan of chocolate, love pizza. Hey, turbulence.
I'll do anything to avoid turbulence.
If someone says, hey, which flight do you want to be on? The one with turbulence or without? I always go without the turbulence.
But that's just me.
Yeah, that's just quirky old me.
What about you guys? Who's your favorite pickleball player?
Yeah.
Another little update from this week. I've been having all sorts of accounting issues between me and my account, trying to get like different. It doesn't matter what I was trying to get, but just like keep running into like dead end after dead end with different stuff. And we found out the concept. The whole time I've been worried like I did something wrong. I filed and something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We found out. So I have an LLC for myself. And I recently filed an LLC for Ghostrunners. Probably about 3 years too late, but we're in now. We got it.
Yeah.
The reason we weren't able to find like employee identification numbers, all this stuff was like missing. We couldn't figure out why. Calling the IRS, they can't figure it out. We eventually found out both of the.
Wait, can I guess?
Sure. You want to guess the error or like the?
Yeah,
sure.
Sure. It's a very simple guess, but you're making it sound like it's going to be a simple fix. So my simple guess is that they put Jake instead of Jacob.
Oh,
go ahead.
Fun guess.
Okay.
Both LLC names that I came up with for the businesses had previously been used in the state of Kansas and then expired.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's Well, no, we're not supposed to like say our LLC just in case.
Yeah, I
but,
found out.
but
My accountant was like, "Hey, by the way, you probably shouldn't just tell everyone the name of your LLC because then they can like that's publicly registered. Like then they'll just know your address."
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, our LLC is a pretty generic name, and I
When
remember
you-
seeing it, and I was like, "That's crazy
I
that
can't
no
believe
one
wasn't
has
taken.
that name."
And I was like, "Nope, all
Yeah.
ours."
Awesome, huh?
Like Acme Podcasting?
It was just called video, and no one had taken that before. Yeah, I thought that was wild. I was like, "Is that common? Like, what are the like both of the ones that I chose? Both had been previously and recently like expired or forfeited or whatever,
Huh.
and so it was in like this weird limbo. So
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of fun, and also I didn't screw up, so I was
good
excited
job,
about that.
Jacob. Yeah,
Kind of fun, quinky dink.
that's good. Let me tell you some things about my week. I think I alluded to this on the bonus episode because my mom was watching our kids, but yeah, I had the kids all by myself this past weekend. But then it was
Big
kind of like an
daddy.
asterisk because I went to my mom and dad's house for like two nights. So it was
Okay,
like,
okay.
oh, they're so
Not
awesome.
Big Daddy.
No. Yeah, very, very
Small daddy.
normal daddy. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, just every time I'm with the kids for an hour by myself, I'm like, Catherine's a saint.
saint.
Like she's wonderful. And honestly, like the kids were really, really fun and not that hard. But I think it was because I had my guard up literally the entire weekend of like, I always need to be thinking 3 hours ahead. Like always trying to like, I was like,
Write that down.
Write that down. Think 3 hours ahead. I was like literally like making lunch as they were finishing up breakfast practically.
Fun.
Like I was like, why not?
Good.
Have
Why
it
not?
ready.
Yeah.
Have it ready because then once Rosie gets up, it's way harder to make lunch for all of them. You know,
Mhm.
whatever, all this different stuff. So it was fun. And then Halloween came. Hattie was Shirley Temple, specifically Little Miss Broadway Shirley Temple, which is a movie that Shirley Temple's in.
Cool.
And she was supposed to curl her hair. Catherine was like, really like, we have to curl her hair for this. That's Shirley Temple's thing. And I was like, this is probably one of those stupid guy things. But I was like, there's probably like a Pinterest hack out there somewhere where you can like spray some vinegar in her hair overnight and it'll
Use,
just
like,
curl up or something,
Macaroni.
right?
So what if we put curl
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
macaroni or
I was
like,
like-
like a glue stick? You wash that out?
She just kind of laughed. She's like, that's not how, no, I don't think there's anything like that. So luckily Catherine came home by the time that all happened. So she curled the hair. Bo was a cowboy, just such a boss of a cowboy.
I
You
love
have some chaps on.
He had chaps and he had my mother-in-law's, and she's in her 60s, her like childhood cowboy boots.
Nice.
They were dope. They
That's
were so
sweet.
cool. Yeah. And he had a little star on his vest. He had a hat and he had a gun, one of my old guns from my, growing up. That's like one of the most like fun things about going back to your parents' house with your kids is they discover and love all of your old toys.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I remember how this works. Let me show you how this Power Ranger thing works, something like that. So
Good for your parents. They still have Power Ranger stuff.
I think specifically my mom would always be like, well, I'm going to be a grandma someday, so I'm going to keep
Wow.
this stuff. Yeah. Talk about thinking 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I get it for sure.
We were all trying to go out to dinner for Isaac's birthday on
Yeah.
Halloween, and so we were in a group text.
Oh
and
yeah.
they Gunner like group FaceTimed all of us,
Most gunner move
which is
ever.
always helpful.
Yes.
But anyway, Brad answered with Bo on his shoulders, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I remember at one point, yeah, my mom and my sister saw that I was group, FaceTime with you guys, and they talked for like 30 seconds straight. And I get done and I was like, so did you guys hear any of that? Or what?
Yeah.
It was like
You're
impossible.
like, look, my friend's on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, guys. But yeah, it was so fun. Halloween's just so fun. It just like, obviously this is like a really obvious thing. Obviously. But like going up to somebody's, like going up to, I don't know, it feels more weird when you're a parent, like literally like, here's my kid, give him candy. And then they give it to you and you just walk away and say, thank you.
The transaction feels weird. Feels
I
unnatural.
think because back in the day, candy equaled just yummy food. Now it equals money to me. So it's like you spent, $20 on this
Mhm.
candy that you're giving out. And I didn't do anything. I mean, I just dressed up my son and I'm eating all your candy, So I don't
Spoken
know.
like someone who's still eating added sugar.
I tell you
Right,
what.
guys? Gosh.
What a guy.
I remember back. Yeah.
Oh, man.
We trick or treated one house that had a cooler full of booze. They called
Yeah.
it adult trick or treating.
What
Booze.
was that in Kansas?
It was in Missouri.
Okay, cool. And it was just like in front of all the kids.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
cool.
literally cooler full of booze, like bucket of candy for kids.
Nice.
I did not get any booze.
I did not booze.
No
You
booze.
do the booze, you lose, guys.
No boo. shots
Hey,
on Halloween.
Spooky
Anyway,
drink.
and then Rosie was Rosie the Riveter, and
nice.
she got to, our little family party that we had at my aunt's house. She was awake for like 20 minutes and we put her down for a nap. So that was great that we dressed her up like Rosie the Riveter for that.
That was pretty cool.
That's the flex.
Yeah, like you can do it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing of the night is, Hattie definitely is more spoiled by me than Catherine. I say yes to so many things. Like Bo, Bo's like, "Hey Dad, can I bring my basketball with me to take a nap?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Sure."
Ball's
Whatever. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, it's like a little tiny little KU basketball or something.
You kind of give him a little, Rosie Riveter back at him. Hey, you can take
You
a basketball
yes,
to nap
yes,
time.
you can. Yeah, whatever. And Hattie the same way. Like, Dad, can I wear this? And I'm like, sure. We're just at my mom's house, whatever. Anyway, so then Catherine gets home, and Catherine's definitely just a better parent than me, and so says no to certain things. And so we're home. It's Halloween at like 8:30. Kids are, the sugar high is worn off. I don't know if you experience anything like this but it's just like, yeah, they're crazy and
Sugar
they're having
high?
so
No,
much fun.
I haven't experienced it.
I wouldn't know. And Hattie these days, for whatever reason, has really struggled with like things that are too mundane for her.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the routine. I was hearing little bits of this.
very, very interesting. Like, gets like very upset when we ask her to go brush her teeth, wash her hands, go to the bathroom, to end her night, basically.
Because she's like, I did this yesterday.
She's like, I do that every night. And she starts like crying about it. She's like, why do I have to do that again? I'm trying to explain it to her. And I think at first Catherine was there trying to explain it. And Catherine had a long day driving all the way back from Texas. And then she, I'm like, it's one of those things where every once in a while it's like, hey, let's switch here. You take care of Bo. I'll take, like, I can tell you are on the verge. It's time to switch, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
tag me in.
Yeah. Like, this is better for everybody, so I'm sitting there in the bathroom with her. Hattie's literally like on the toilet, like refusing to go to the bathroom for whatever reason. Like,
She did it yesterday.
I don't need to go. It's like, just try, and then she's like crying and sobbing, and she just goes, the Halloween fun is over. And it was I just laughed. I started laughing right there. I was like, you're right. It is over.
It is back to a normal nighttime routine. It's not Halloween themed.
It was just wonderful. I mean, do you remember like the feeling like January 2nd when like all the fun, like holiday
the Christmas
things.
fun is over.
Yeah, it's
The
like, I'm not going to
worst.
see I saw my cousins like 6 out of the last 7 days. It was so much fun. And it's like, I'm not going to see my cousins ever again.
Oh yeah. I mean, even just like the first day of school is still a little exciting, but like the day before that, we were like, the summer fun is
over. Yeah. And
it's
then
kinda
going
like,
back to school after Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's over.
It
Yeah.
stinks when things are over.
It really does.
Mm.
So Hattie, I mean, we get it, Hattie. Like we sympathize with you, but you still have to wash your hands, or
Yeah.
else you will get sick.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Halloween fun is over. I mean, just sobbing through the whole thing, and I just was like laughing.
That's a
at her.
funny conversation to have to navigate. I'm just like explaining like you need to like brush your teeth there's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot of things you have to do every day.
Yeah.
Honestly, it feels like when I have to tell Rachel to have systems in her life. Rachel and Hattie are probably the same. Like I found my phone yesterday. Now I
Yeah.
gotta find my phone again.
It was one of those things where I was like, listen, there's certain things that we have to do every day, even if we don't want to, so that we can do all the other things. Like, I was like, because if you don't do these things, you're not going to be healthy. And if you're not healthy, then you're going to be sick. And if you're sick all the day, like you just sit around, and don't do anything. And she kind of understood that. And then she just goes, but I don't want to. And then it's like, I'm sorry, you have to. Suck it up. The
Yeah.
Halloween fun is over.
It's kind of an interesting question. As an adult, like, what is your least favorite thing to do every day that you have to do?
Oh, I mean, just anything that I can't multitask. Brushing my teeth, bummer.
Yeah, we talked about, you can't multitask brushing. Oh,
I
Yes, you
multitask
can.
brushing my teeth big time.
The only thing I've really found that works is I will like pick out an outfit in the morning while brushing my teeth. Like I can look at my clothes and choose
Yeah.
what I'm wearing.
You can sit down and pee and brush your teeth.
You could
you
sit
can
down.
stand up.
No, we've talked about this on the podcast, Brad. You can't. No, you can't. You can't.
I'll say I can.
No.
Yes, I can.
Honestly,
I can too.
no, guys.
I do it.
I
Yeah.
You
Get a
can't-
base. Get a base.
Hey, steady hand, number one.
Number one.
I feel like I've tested this so many times. You can, as long as you brush your teeth on the same side of the mouth that your hand is on. But once you cross,
Make a Patreon video about this.
you can't.
Showing us.
I will do it like fully closed with like a pool noodle attached to it. You are gonna be shocked.
I'd rather not. Like,
You're like, I don't want the pool noodle. I'd rather you just have your pants off.
a pool noodle, huh? Somebody's happy. Yeah.
Polish sausage.
24-inch Polish sausage, huh?
You guys are gonna be shocked at how much.
I would have paid you more for a fun dip. Anyway, I refill my water bottle a lot when I'm brushing my teeth.
Walk me through the mechanics of that. Wait, where you brush your teeth? Like in the sink?
No, you walk around.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're one of those freaks that thinks you can't walk around while you brush your teeth.
I like to stay in the bathroom.
That makes it hard to multitask on anything.
Okay.
FYI, it's hard to multitask when you're pooping. It's like I can't change my car oil while I poop. I don't know about you guys.
I don't think I have a lot of tasks to do in the morning outside of the bathroom. Like I don't really eat breakfast. I don't have a water bottle. So I probably don't have any desires outside of the bathroom.
Those are the two things. No breakfast, no bottles.
It's like I need to shower, I need to pee, I need to get dressed,
man.
I need to like do something to my hair.
Oh, clean up the house, tidy up a little bit. I mean, it's amazing what you can tidy up in 30 seconds to a minute. Maybe
Okay.
2 minutes. I don't know what the
30 seconds is
ADA
a pretty
saying.
quick
Yeah.
tea brush.
I don't know how long, but honestly, when you're outside the bathroom, you're brushing more probably.
Mhm.
So
Scott, that was a great question. That really got us on some good stuff. You're asking what is your least favorite like mundane task?
We had
something you have to do every day. What's the worst part?
a long time ago we talked about like if we had a 60-second butler. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
And
that's right.
it was kind of those same ideas.
That's right. That's probably how we got talking about all this.
You know, like taking the groceries inside for you or something like that.
Yeah, because I think I might have chose shaving because I hate doing that.
I don't do this every day because I have a wonderful wife that's home more than I am.
Hey-oh.
But if I were home every day, I would have to empty the dishwasher every day, and I do not like that. That's my answer.
Okay.
So
Empty the dishwasher.
yeah, really don't like it.
I don't like flossing. That's mine.
Oh.
Well, good for you for doing it.
Dude, it's
When was the last time you
Come
flossed?
talk to Hattie about some discipline. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, I don't floss.
when you guys don't do it often?
Are you a true flosser or are you like one of those little pick guys?
I've done both. Recently I've been using the little picks and
Mhm.
it's kind of nice because it always like when you're using regular floss, it kind of slips out of your fingers.
Yeah, it
It's
gets
kind of hard
wet.
to keep it snug.
Yeah.
This one, it's the line is very taut the whole
Permanent
time.
snugness.
Yeah, very taut.
I mean,
When you start seeing some of the stuff you can pluck out of your teeth
No,
after brushing your teeth, it's like, wow, toothbrushes don't do that
okay,
much.
this week, 7 days in a row, I'm flossing.
Okay.
Floss it.
You want to commit with me?
No, I
He doesn't
would,
eat sugar.
would not. Yeah, there's a little bit of sugar in the Listerine, so just trying to be above reproach.
Listerine.
Sugar residue.
The
on
old
floss
Listerine
string.
floss.
It's coated with Listerine flavoring.
I thought we were going to do this together, man. We've always said that if one of us flosses, the other one flosses.
I will do the floss dance every day.
Yeah. You have to
Send you a little
that-
video.
yeah. While I'm brushing my teeth
I
and pee.
can't multitask this.
You're telling me you could floss and pee at the same time? That's a funny video. That's a funny G Shorts video.
Write it down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Floss pee.
Floss
Anyway, Halloween fun is over.
I'm gonna make that Patreon video. I'm gonna show you guys how much your hips move.
Another
It's
thing.
wild.
Your hips are moving.
It's not. It's enough. It's enough when you have a bowl to aim for. Anyway.
That in motion. Anyway, I got to meet one of Scott's coworkers yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I took a picture of him. I said, "You know this guy?" And he's like, "I've definitely seen him before."
Mhm.
We went to, Hattie's homeschooled, but we do this co-op thing. It's called LCA. We went to LCA's Donuts with Dad yesterday.
Haven't had a donut and
Where are the
months.
donuts?
Donuts. What are those the ones with like that are flat? You put syrup on, or are those the ones?
trying to think donuts. I know. I don't know.
Where were the donuts
I don't know
from?
if I'm pronouncing it.
I don't know
correctly.
where they're from.
Dog nuts.
We got there late because Hattie. Yeah. What are dog nuts?
Dog nuts.
We got there late because Hattie was having a meltdown, and so we had to deal with that. And so I don't know what they were, but the idea was like yeah, eat donuts with dads. And then like 4 or 5 of them got up and like spoke about their jobs. I'm not saying, guys, like, I understand that you have to provide for your family, but some of these guys, I'm like, do you hate your life like a little bit?
Oh, interesting.
Like, or maybe not hate your life, but just like, do you think that you're talking interesting words right now?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like
Not hate your life. Yeah, that's way too extreme. But like, just the job description they gave was just sounded not very exciting, and they didn't seem excited about
it's
it.
like episode 1 of The Office when Jim is like,
Yes.
I would, I'm boring myself just talking.
Yeah, and then B, granted, the co-op goes from 5-year-old Hattie all the way up to like junior high school
Whoa,
kids.
look out.
Yeah, so I understand that there's older kids, but there's a lot of young kids, and some of the words they're throwing around, I'm like,
Read the room.
you're not making, like, they weren't even trying to make it like kid friendly. I was a little bothered, honestly. I wanted to get up there and do something.
Give an
I
example.
work in procurement
So-
for
so he's like-
logistics of strategy.
So I mean, and this guy I think had a really cool job. He like helps make
Was
a
it
lot
the
of
guy
the parts.
from DFA?
No, that guy didn't have a cool job at all. No, I was
Okay.
kidding.
Okay.
No, he had whatever. I'll get to him. But
Yeah.
this guy was talking, and he was talking about making like parts for nuclear bombs, I think, or nuclear something.
Wow.
Like
Good job, Kansas City.
he's like,
Oh, wow.
we basically make everything, all the parts around the bomb, all the stuff nuclear, and a lot of it's proprietary stuff, and I've been there about a year now, and we've just initiated, 19 different facilities. It's like, how do you doesn't understand a thing you're saying right now? Proprietary, like,
Yeah.
and then the DFA guy, like that one was the one. I mean, he did a good job, like he's probably the best one, but still, it's like every single one of these kids loves things that have milk in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come up and be
Relate
like,
to the kids.
who loves milk here?
Yeah, yeah.
Mini
Like, who had
Mounds
milk?
bars.
Yeah,
Milk.
especially.
Like LeBron James.
Yeah.
Milk.
I'll tell you what he does. He's got it in his mouth. Takes a pool noodle. Pretty
Yeah,
helpful.
there we go. Who wants to get noodled with my milk?
Noodled as a
Just
verb.
full
It's great.
elephant trunk with milk. on these
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, like a yard sprinkler.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
If I know my job is boring because I get that reaction anytime somebody asks, like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And I try to explain to them, they're like,
You go, oh, okay.
"Oh."
Oh, okay.
But if I'm going to a bunch of kids, I'm at least thinking of something to like make this
Not
interactive
Well, or at
fun
least
for
relatable
them.
to like, how
Yeah.
does my work impact you? Because I
Yeah.
think all these guys in the end, like they probably did impact like all of us, like in some way or another. This guy's doing like national security stuff with the nuclear stuff, like this guy's working with DFA. He was like, he's a tech guy. So he works with all the trucks and all the logistics and all this stuff for all the facilities and whatever. But I'm like, dude, and especially because I know from you, Scott, like milk is obviously not just literally milk. Like DFA, they have so many different
Everything,
things, and
Literally, candy bars have powdered milk that DFA
Right.
sells.
whey
Cool.
protein.
I would just be
like,
chucking Snickers at kids.
Mini
Yeah.
Mounds,
Yeah.
bro.
like how excited. Yeah, whatever. And so I have decided if I get asked next year, I am donating with dad. I'm getting up there and I'm going to do something.
Oh yeah, live table making display.
Something.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Saw a kid in half.
I
Put
mean-
them back together on your table.
No, here's
Little
what
magic
you
act.
do is do one of those little satisfying oil things that
Yeah.
you do where that'll get the kids' attention.
You think so?
Staining some tables.
See, I don't know, Scott. I think you might be one of the boring guys. You're saying, you know what you should do is just put oil on a board, like a flat board. I don't know.
I'm willing to give the nuclear weapons builder a little bit of a pass here. I think that might be a little tricky to relate to. Like, I'm imagining Hattie, like, you know what a bomb is?
Yeah.
I build those.
Yeah, but at least you can be like, I don't know, talking about like being safe or like all the science goes into like making this. And if you don't make it exactly right, something bad would happen. I don't know. Something to like, at least like bring it down.
ISIS?
Like it was like, yeah, it kind of made me sad of like, do these dads not talk to their kids? Or maybe they had kids that were all 15 years old. And
I
they,
see what you're saying. It makes
but it
you
was
wonder
like-
about their discretion, not only just in this moment, but how they're using it at all times.
yeah.
Like, do they not have the like social? Yeah.
Like, I wonder if this like some of these guys would have said anything different if they were in a room of only adults.
Gotcha.
Like,
I see
like
what you're
their,
saying.
their presentation was the exact same. And it was like, oh, and Bo was sitting with me, like literally a 2-year-old eating his donut, just
I think
happy
about
as a
those
lark.
things all the time. Just when you think about just how different people are and how people communicate so differently, not even with kids, but even just like, I could be talk to someone who like clearly has a different life than me, and they are not trying to relate what they do to me at all. They're just
Mhm.
saying it how they would describe it to one of their coworkers,
Yeah.
or it's just anything where it's just like, I feel like old men are so guilty of this.
Yeah.
They can't. I feel like the older you get, maybe the less you can kind of like read body language or something. I don't know. It's just like old men when they're talking to me. It's always like, I took Denise to a spot like this one time. It was the year 1974, and it was a pizza, or not quite. It wasn't quite pizza, but they did, or just like a story where it's just like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Like when do
Yeah.
you lose that like ability to like, I don't know I don't know what that
Care
word is.
or
That
read.
ability to like
Yeah.
understand an audience. It could be an audience of one or an audience of many. Like when some people just don't ever have it, but I feel like it's a thing you lose through time, where you lose this ability to like cater how you communicate.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it's like partially like since we're young and so we're so like entertained so often. Like I wonder if it's a little our fault. You think that could be? Like we are so easily and quickly entertained that a story that is like not like easily relatable to us or going a little slow is like, I'm out. I'm out of this. Like this is rough for me.
I don't know if we're more quickly entertained than other generations, but I think our attention
Oh, yeah.
span is shorter.
What's the difference?
I think you can be entertained. I mean, I think a 1920s movie, could entertain people really quickly, because that was the format at the time. You didn't know any different. It's like, whoa, look at this movie. This is entertaining me right now, instantly.
I will say, I don't know if this is like everything, but there's like no credits at the beginning of movies anymore. Have you ever noticed that?
Trey and I talk about this all the time. Like, as much as we're learning about retention and what keeps people engaged, they need to stop doing that. I mean, you watch an old movie and you're like, oh my gosh.
So you just proved my point,
No, I think they're still different.
Scott. Unbiased third party.
Our attention
I'm
span
staying out of this one.
is different than being quickly entertained.
Yeah.
I agree. Attention spans are much shorter now, because you look
Totally.
at like how we consume content. It's like if you're not hooked in the first 10 seconds, you're probably not going to keep watching
Yeah.
like an Instagram reel or a YouTube short or video or whatever.
So would you say that you would be quickly entertained or not quickly entertained if you need to be
They're
entertained in the
different,
first 10
like,
seconds?
They're different words. They don't mean the same thing. Like being quickly entertained means that like something, entertained you, and it like it is different than the attention span
Okay.
of like wanting to like click away or move on. We have so many options that we're willing to bounce around. Okay, I'm done with Instagram. Let's go to TikTok. Okay, done with TikTok, go to YouTube. And I think that's different than just like being like 100 years ago and be like, wow, this book is really interesting right now. I am quickly entertained by it. But their attention spans were way different.
Gotcha. I think I disagree.
I don't care enough to keep talking about this. You
should
don't
we-
think someone likes a book instantly back in the day?
No, dude. Have you ever read like Jane Eyre? Like
No, I'm not now. Not now. I'm saying back then, in its time,
Eyre.
you don't think people were entertained by a book quickly?
I don't know. I guess not. No.
Why not?
Because I guess my standard now, so maybe back then, I it's hard for me to truly put myself in their shoes. But like some of those old books, they had like pages and pages of imagery, and like that's not the most entertaining thing in the world
To us right now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to like completely judge, but I don't think like I watch these like old Disney movies with with Hattie and Bo, and yeah, there's 7 minutes of credits at the beginning of a movie. I don't think that they're like watching like, let's look at who was the executive producer of this, or whatever. I don't think they're quickly entertained by that.
I think that's probably just a bad piece of art. I'm saying they had the ability to be quickly entertained hundreds of years ago.
By good pieces of art.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Disney movies are kind of classic and very good pieces of art. But maybe
I don't even know what movie we're talking about. I'm just saying like a movie with 7
Bambi,
minutes. A movie
Peter
with
Pan,
7 minutes of credits
Snow White.
is a bad piece of art. 7 minutes of credits is wild.
whatever. I think that's what it is.
Let us know in the comments. Is there a difference between quickly entertained and having a short attention span?
Why? Yeah. Why are you going away from something in a short amount of time?
Give me an example.
Like you're saying, like you're on Twitter and then you're going to TikTok.
Because you're not entertained.
Correct.
I didn't know if you had more to say. Whatever. Let's move on.
I have a farting story. You guys wanna hear
Farting
it?
story?
Farting.
Cool.
Yeah. Scott's like, well, you have my attention. My attention is Mozambique. The other night, it was just me at home with the kids, and yeah, I was giving them dinner and standing up and just felt one coming. So I didn't hold back. Probably should have.
A little liftoff thrusters, huh?
Yeah, and I did it. And Hattie still to this day like doesn't find like it's completely functional to her, like passing gas. Like it's not funny. Bo, maybe it's just a guy thing. Bo already 2 years old thinks it's hilarious.
Really?
Palmer thinks farting is hilarious
Really?
too. Yeah.
Well, you do too. Like
Yeah. Hattie's more sophisticated.
And I feel like I've never tried to show her that it's funny, whatever. And I don't think I'd show Bo either, but Bo just thinks it's so funny. And he laughed. And then I see him lean over 5 seconds later, just rip one for 3-4 solid seconds. And he just goes, I'm just like you, Daddy. I do too. And yeah, I'll be honest. 10 minutes later, felt another one coming on. Let it go again.
Yeah.
Bo, I think, can do it on command, baby. I mean, just right again, just lean forward and just let one out. So I don't know what's going on there.
That's
but
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Typically, do you try to hold them in around your kids?
Oh, at the dinner table, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not
nowhere do I hold them in around Palmer.
Scott's a pusher. If you've ever if you've known that kind of guy, like there's times where you hear Scott audibly. It's like he's at Wimbledon. He's like, oh. It's not even kind of oh, he it was you tried so hard to do that. You know what I mean? Whereas I try my best not to, I try to hold them in as much as I can. But anyway, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
A little breath coming out.
I've started doing A on the pickleball court. Like if I have an overhead or something, I'll hit it, and as I'm hitting, I'll go A.
Be careful because it's very addicting, right?
I'm already addicted. I'm full blown. Yeah.
One last thing we need to sports, but before I forget, we've announced or we've told you guys before that Brad and I want to take a trip. I think we have the month and the location. Pretty exciting, right?
Somewhere in Africa.
Yeah.
Have you noticed all the hints we've been giving?
Yeah. So, all right. Africa, you say. All right. So the tour guide, his name is Mo, and we're going to be staying in his house. But the thing is, it's dangerous. So when we get there, we're going to have to go to Mozambique, be quiet.
Wow, that's good.
I was waiting for a weapon pun. I like that though.
Thanks.
Good.
No, go ahead.
Anyway, we are going to Belize. Belize Navidad.
You won't believe it.
You won't believe it.
Unbelievable.
Yes, in April of 2023.
Unbelieve April.
Unbelieve April. Oh, that's
a
great.
shirt. That's a shirt.
That's a shirt. Hey, I'll say it right now. Everyone who comes on the trip, they're getting
Unbelieve
April.
Hashtag Unbelieve April 2023.
Write it down.
Write that down. So yeah, start saving up. There's only going to be 14 spots available. This is hopefully something that not just Belize every time, but going on a trip with you guys is something Brad and I want to do at least once a year, maybe twice a year. So there will be more, but start preparing now if that's something you want to do. April, Belize. We'll let you know in the coming episodes when and where you can sign up and claim your spot.
Yeah, give
that
you
is
details.
going to be a feeding frenzy.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so fun.
Feeding frenzy.
It's like a koi pond with people feeding it.
Are you talking about Belize or are you talking about
people signing up?
That whole country is one big koi pond.
I would not go in the ocean. It is a feeding frenzy. There were a lot of shark attacks there. That's why it's so cheap.
Opt into the scuba diving. The frenzy.
What a term.
I mean, yeah, Scott's like that. I mean, 14 spots out is going to be a shark attack. Wow.
It's going to be a vibe, which Mark Cuban, Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We'll give you more details about exactly what the trip entails soon enough. Do we have official dates yet? Did you say them? We'll wait.
Not quite.
Just April. Just know it's in April.
Yeah, April. And I would assume next week is probably when we'll announce it. And then, we'll say like, all right, next Wednesday is when it goes live.
Yeah.
So just be ready. And I don't think we do anything extra for the patrons. I think it's just one website. Everyone has the same access to it.
Yeah.
14 spots.
Well, $50 patrons can get it early access. But only if you've been $50 patrons for, let's say,
you sign up
2
for
weeks.
2 years.
yeah, up front.
It's gonna be an expensive trip for you guys.
Awesome. It's gonna. Yeah, I'm so pumped about it. We thought through a lot of different options. Coastal Maine was a consideration.
So East Coast sunrises, I tell you.
But we were like, we gotta get somewhere tropical, somewhere warm. Especially in coming out of winter. Let's go do somewhere that's just an easy vibe.
Yeah.
They were talking about Maine, and this guy's like, yeah, and you guys could go camping, and and we're like, I just don't know if that's like, I mean, that sounds fun, but I don't know if that's like the most party Ghostrunners vibe we could do. So let's start out right. Let's do an awesome trip to Belize, and it's gonna be so fun. So thanks in advance for anybody who wants to come with us. We're gonna have I guarantee you'll have fun. Guaranteed, or your money back. You'll have fun.
Ooh, fun.
Can't guarantee that it's not gonna be a feeding frenzy though. So.
Scott knows the Latin culture, and if he says there's a feeding frenzy, I bet there is one.
Yeah. Oh, can I promote something real fast?
Yes, you can. Also, I didn't think to do this earlier, but I just typed in Belize golf courses.
Oh, sure.
There's at least 3 in the whole
Are
country.
any of them on our private island?
Yeah.
Because we're going to be on a private island.
Yeah, it is looking like it's going to be quite the setup.
Yeah.
But more details to come.
Yeah. Shoot.
Are you gonna promote those Ritz chips or?
Yeah.
Pass them over here.
Okay.
I'm excited to eat those when
Will
we
you,
get done
will you
with
just
this.
hold, please hold up the shirt for me?
those.
So, Ghosty
This is the shirt.
is awesome. Her name's Esther, and I'm just going to read what she has to say here. My name is Esther Fish. I've been a Ghosty for a while now. My family this is why we've been doing the African stuff so much. My family's been living as missionaries in Uganda, Africa for the past 10 years.
That's why we did it.
And this upcoming summer, I'm hoping to go
10
to
years?
university in the United States. One of the
Awesome.
Okay, one of the difficulties of living as a missionary kid. Ooh, I'm struggling. Most of your life, especially in a situation like mine, is it's nearly impossible to get a job as an expat. So to help raise money in college funds, I created T-shirts and hoodies on this really cool website. I would really love it if y'all would be able to repost or give a shout out. So here's us saying shout out. This guy's calling me. Sorry.
You need to take this?
I ignored it. Well, I'll call him in a second.
Oh, wow.
Would have liked to see business going on.
But yeah. It's the guy that
watching Brad do business.
It's the delivery guy that was like, hey, okay, you mind if I go around back and take a squirt real quick?
Oh, jeez.
The same guy that said, be well all the time.
Take a squirt real quick.
But anyway, we'll link it down below. I'll also say the link real quick. It's just the website that she's on. If you want to support this, if you want to buy one of these T-shirts, it's literally the whole world and it says home on it. Which is just great for this theme of this episode. But the website is bonfire.com/home-123. So we will put that in the link as well, or in the description. But shout out to Esther. Shout out to being an awesome Ghosty fan. If you guys, I love our supportive community. If you guys want to support her in this endeavor, feel free. So
Cool.
very soft, very nice shirts as well.
Fun little shout out. Let's get to some s'mores. Brad won last week. The vote was, last I checked, it was about 65% to about 32% to about 3%.
Yeah. What was my final percentage?
Actually, I don't know. Somewhere between like 4 and 6. I think.
It was not in the double digits. Well, I know that much.
Was a single dig wheat for me.
Sweep.
Yeah. So that means I get to choose the order. I'm going to go Brad first. I'm going to go Scott second. I'm going to go Jake
second.
third.
Great.
I'm a good second hitter.
Yeah. Derek Jeter.
Because you're a good bunter if we need you to bunt, but you can also make contact if we need that too.
Sure.
So
Hit and run.
I love bunting.
and you're not going to ground into a double play because you're very fast.
I forgot about hit and runs. Those were fun. A little
Yeah.
bit of pressure when you get the sign though. It's like,
Yes.
Gotta make
I
contact.
better
with
make
this one.
contact. I better hit this thing.
It was way more fun to be the runner on the hit and run.
Totally.
I got Steve.
I remember all those times. I remember all those times I got the steal signal.
Totally.
Okay.
Did you ever steal? Did you ever have a stolen base?
Oh, I loved it, dude.
Okay.
I stole. Not very often did I get the steal sign, but I definitely would steal on a pass
Did you
ball.
ever head first slide?
No.
Just scorpion.
Yeah, I never did. I don't know if I even ever attempted it, in practice or something. Okay.
Sure.
This week, the s'mores are going to be This is kind of a random category. We're doing bald people.
Your best baldies.
How did
Mount
you come
Rushmore
up with this?
bald people.
I loved this one.
Every once in a while, if you get in the right headspace where you don't think too hard,
You can think of anything.
you can really think of a lot of things. It's really how I like go on rampages sometimes when I write for Jean Shorts. It's like, don't think too hard. Like
That was
was
kind
that?
of how I came up with my multiple choice questions for you guys.
yeah. Yeah. It's like, don't try too hard. Look at a letter. And then what does that letter make you think of? Or, like whatever.
Like,
Scroll
what
on
is the most-
Instagram.
What is the most possible random food items of all time?
Yeah. So bald people. I'm
I
going
think
to go
there's
first.
an obvious one here.
I think so too.
First one I thought of. He made bald cool.
Oh, he made everything cool. He made the baggy shorts cool.
Yeah.
He made the backwards golf hat cool. I mean, the dude's just cool incarnate. His name is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was
Michael
first on my
Jordan.
list.
MJ,
Yep.
Air Jordan.
Yep.
I mean, literally has a logo of him bald dunking.
Bald.
Bald.
If he had hair, that wouldn't look the same.
Could you picture
It
that
would've.
logo? Just like a little tuft of hair.
Yeah. So maybe some krill coming off.
Some krill.
Great pick.
Thank you.
It's gonna be hard to beat that pick alone with 4 other ones. Like I don't know if 4 people can match what Michael Jordan did for the bald community.
Yeah, it was definitely the first thing I thought of as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, before we get going, how bald do you have to be on this list?
I think we can vote as we go
Because I was thinking like pretty bald.
because Michael Jordan is definitely shaved bald, right? Like he's not.
But he doesn't have any hair on
hereditarily-
the sides though. Like he is
Yeah.
shaven bald.
Well, but then the people that are like hereditarily bald and have stuff on the side, I consider that bald too.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't put anyone on my list who has hair.
I didn't either because those guys aren't cool bald people.
Yeah.
no offense to people that are still rocking the side thing.
Yeah.
Like
you didn't put Jeff Van Gundy on your list.
yeah. Well, one of the guys
So
I thought of,
nobody with side hair.
I didn't, but
Rule-
I think that's qualifies.
fair enough.
If
Okay.
you think they're cool,
Scott's got one.
Scott's first pick is gonna be, which there. I really only have one in mind. I'm like, he's pretty cool and he's got some hair on the side.
I don't know if this guy was
No.
that. Well, whatever. I'll write it down to talk about later. But
Hey, write that down.
okay.
All right, Scott, first pick. Go ahead.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
How long did it take you before you understood what he was doing?
I still don't know. I still don't know what that was. What did he just-
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I was like, was that one of the Wayans brothers? I don't. What was that?
Nope.
Oh man.
Who was, is that a Dave Chappelle bit? I went through all,
Yeah.
all like the.
Do you know
the
now?
Diverse. It's yes,
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock.
But do you know what he was doing?
I'm guessing no.
That was you don't know.
That was like what
that
he
was,
did.
yeah, that was like his entrance into the ring, basically.
Gotcha.
See, I've never seen it. I think I just knew the
Really?
context a little
Sometimes
bit.
I know things without seeing them. Not that.
Not
Can
that
you
one.
smell what the Rock is cooking? Is the phrase?
That could be so much better. He didn't even incorporate the Rock into like the wordplay. Can you smell
What the
smell
Rock
and
is
cooking
cooking,
makes
yeah.
sense, but the Rock isn't a chef.
No.
Well, where'd you grow up? You didn't have rocks cooking for you?
But then he'd do the eyebrow thing, you know?
Should have
Get the
some
one
sort of-
eyebrow
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
announcement.
my first draft pick.
So your
has
draft,
to be-
your first draft pick is one that like was already established that people don't universally love.
No.
No. People love me.
There was somebody I was
TJ.
talking to this last weekend. I think it was on the way down. We were driving to the pickleball place, and it was a lady that we're playing with, and I was just getting to know her, and somehow The Rock came up, and she's
Mhm.
like, "Oh yeah, my kids love The Rock." It's like, "Thank you."
And how do you
Thank
feel
you.
about him? I don't really care for him.
No.
So 66% of people
She
in the
loved
world.
him. She
Yeah.
loved him. First
Okay.
pick, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Good answer. Good
Had to
answer.
be
Good
it. Had to
answer.
be it.
Just
Should you answer this and ask TJ's favorite bald person?
TJ, you're on the podcast right now. Ghostrunners podcast, ghostrunners.life.
Wow. Am I speaking with Brad Ellis from Ellis Custom Creations?
This is Ellis Custom Creations. Yeah. We
Okay.
are doing something called like our Mount Rushmore. We call it Schmores, and it's the
Okay.
Schmores of bald people.
We
Who's
have a Mount Rushmore. We have a Mount Rushmore segment, so
Oh, that's probably where we got it for sure. I knew that.
okay.
The Walk in Love podcast has and walkinlove.com. Can you get to the podcast through walkinlove.com?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Do you have a
Hopefully.
have you guys already, maybe you've already done this category. We're doing bald people.
No, I haven't.
You got a famous bald or a favorite bald person?
I'm gonna go. My daughter Sunny, up until 2 years old.
Looking like Hattie.
She now has a full head of hair.
That is a great answer.
Michael Jordan. I mean, that's just obvious.
Yes, it was obvious. That was my first.
That
pick,
was the
yeah.
first pick.
I want to say Denzel Washington, but he has hair.
But I want to say
I
him.
want to say Matthew McConaughey, but that guy's just like not bald.
Got a full head of hair.
I just really like Denzel.
Yeah.
He's on
Okay.
my mind today, so I was just thinking maybe
No, we'll put
for Denzel.
we'll put him as the
He's played
honorable
ball
mention.
in some movies.
Yeah, maybe.
TJ,
Yes.
two quick things. One, the last 2 weeks at church, the verse that has "walk in love" in it has come up, so I thought of you at church 2 weeks in a row.
Nice.
And
Nice.
second,
Weird flex that you go to church, but okay.
yeah, 2 weeks in a row. It's second. Rachel just texted me and said, "If I want anything from Starbucks, do you want anything?"
I'm okay. I'm on a walk, and I think by the time it got here, it would be a little
I'm
melted.
good.
All right, Brad, do you want anything?
So
Nah.
I need one more bald person.
One more baldy. We got Sonny. We got Denzel Washington in some of his movies.
How about the mask? Jim Carrey as
Oh,
wow. Wow.
Scott's jealous of that one. Actually,
Yeah, kind of. No. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, we'll put him. Well, you need 4. You only have 3. You need one more.
Okay, I only have 3. Well, I have Denzel. He's like a happy. Oh man, maybe Dr. Evil.
Okay,
All right.
good answers. Good answers. All right, you're going to be. I'm sure you're already in the Facebook group for Ghostrunners podcast, but go ahead and check it on there because we'll put you
I'm
in
gonna
there.
Check that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right after you're, perusing on walkinlove.com, go
Yeah.
to facebook.com and check it
You
out.
want to
So.
hear our Mount Rushmore jingle that we do before Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mount Rushmore, 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 Rushmore of bald people.
I love it. That's
So
great,
it's
man.
like you're kind of falling off Mount Rushmore while you're saying it.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's echoing away.
Sometimes there's an eagle that swoops in and saves you. So I didn't do that part.
I love it, man. All right. Well, I'm sorry we can't talk more, but thank you for providing us free entertainment. We'll bill you for it.
Okay, yeah, please.
All right, dude. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
See ya.
Fun.
Pretty good thinking on his feet.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, that guy should have a podcast himself.
Great bald
Yeah.
thoughts.
Seriously.
Walk in love.
So we went Michael Jordan and then The Rock.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
I'm gonna go.
You can't take Denzel, FYI.
Okay, great.
Okay.
The guy with hair, I won't take him.
My man.
I'm gonna go with Charles Barkley.
Mm.
Good answer.
That's really fun.
pig, Jake. That's terrible.
That's a crazy pig, man.
That's a crazy knuckleheaded pig,
I've never heard more of a ridiculous pig than that, man.
How are you guys so good at this?
Kenny, tell me, why is he going to pick Charles Barkley?
Wow, you guys
Kenny,
are
I don't know.
incredible.
I don't even know what to talk about here, Kenny. This guy is just terrible. TRBL with a capital T.
going to pick Kim Jong-il for his next pick.
Kim Jong Il's terrible. I ruined it with Shaq. I like it.
Okay, so Charles Barkley and then the Blue Man Group
The whole one, all of them.
Well,
as a unit.
There's 4.
Aren't they 3? Yeah. So that rounds out my 4.
Blue Man 1, Blue Man 2,
Okay, I'll say Blue Man 1.
Fu Man 3.
Are you sure? Look them up before you say that.
The good-looking one.
Okay.
There's one that you can
Good-looking
kinda tell.
blue man.
The good-looking blue man.
The good
GLB. Good looking blue man. Okay.
Yeah, those are my picks. Back to you, Scott.
I like the idea of the Blue Man Group because if those guys had hair, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, it's part of the brand. It just
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
Looks slimy.
Let's see if Jake can get who this one is.
Oh gosh.
It's awesome, baby.
Oh.
Slam Jimorama.
That was a good impersonation too.
Thank you.
Dickie V.
Dickie V, the voice of college basketball.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness. He's a little PT pinger. He's a diaper dandy. Oh, America. Are you serious?
Which props to Dickie V. I'm pretty sure he beat cancer this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back on the call, I think so.
Yeah.
Is he the one you were thinking of that had hair on the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He embraces the side hair.
Good answer.
Great answer. He's fun. Didn't even have him on my list.
Yeah.
Probably 'cause he had hair on the side.
Okay. My next pick is going to be. I'm gonna go. Welcome to the party, pal. Bruce Willis. Die Hard.
Mm.
Okay. Bruce Willis is one of your favorite people who's bald?
Well,
Yeah, Brad. He's one of your favorite.
I think he's one of the best. He's one of the best bald people in the world.
Oh, best at being bald?
Best at like the skill of being bald? No, best at like most successful, he's one that Mount Rushmore. I don't know if my four favorite presidents are up on Mount Rushmore, but they're great presidents, so they deserve to be up there.
I was choosing like my favorite people who are bald.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Sorry. He's telling me 6 o'clock this whole time. I called it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to be early. He's like,
4:30.
we'll be there at 5 o'clock. Well, you're going to be waiting for me then. Sorry. Well, do you want me to change it then to my favorite?
No, I mean, people vote differently than how we decide anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think Bruce Willis is awesome. Anyway, yeah, he's one of my favorite. Yes, I'll keep it at that.
That's fine.
Okay.
If I don't want to give anything, well, I'll say it. If they were my 4 favorite ball people, I'd pick 4 basketball players.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
trying to diversify.
Okay.
Like Blue Man Group. You got Blue Man Group. I had to diversify with.
I've been to the Blue
party,
Man
pal.
Group twice. They're awesome. They're some of my favorite people who are bald.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
go
love
ahead.
percussion. You know that.
You've always said that. You've always said it.
I love percussion and shaving in the car.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Saving-
kind of percussive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
That's right.
That's what we've always said.
Kind of percussive.
All right. Me again.
Yeah, you again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, then in my next one, I will pick another basketball player. He is my favorite basketball player of all time, and he's dead, so you can't hate on him. His name's Kobe Bean Bryant.
Got it.
Yeah.
Specifically, I mean, Black Mamba was the bald Kobe.
Really?
You think he's universally loved?
No,
Okay.
but I think he's an awesome bald person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his early career, like rookie Kobe, he had, well, actually, like when he was drafted, he was bald, and then he had a fro.
He grew it out a little bit.
And then like later career Kobe, like after
Post allegations.
post Shaq Kobe.
Different eras.
Well, you're probably talking about the allegations with Shaq, I'm sure. So, yeah, he went bald. He went Black Mamba mentality.
Gotcha.
So, anyway, that's my pick.
Okay.
All right,
Favorite
my number
basketball
3
player.
pick is the main character in one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Dang it. He's taking mine.
TV shows.
I know.
Yeah.
It was
the
an
one
option.
who knocks, Mr.
That was on my
Walter White.
list. It was on my list. I was going
Yeah.
to choose him next.
Mr. White.
Dang it.
Mr. What were you guys joking?
Chike.
Mr. Chike.
Yeah, dude, that was so
Chikesonberg.
funny. Yeah, the thing that like spurred this thought was just the other day I saw this. It was like a pickleball meme of like the caption was me when somebody says one more or something, and it was Walter White talking to Saul Goodman being like, "We're done when I say we're done."
Great
So,
answer,
yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, that's
It was on my list.
my
Yeah.
number 3.
I wanted to pick it next.
Glad I scooped him up in the 3rd round.
You scooped him.
All right, JT.
Okay, this is what I thought of since we kind of, I reestablished the hair on the side thing. I'm going to go George Costanza.
That was the one I wrote down. It was like, he's not one of my favorites, but he's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try. Give me something to say.
The mail has arrived.
I was in the pool.
The mail has arrived. No, I don't know. George Costanza, not Jason Alexander, but George Costanza.
Yeah, that
Okay.
character.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
my favorite bald people.
I was in the pool.
I was in the pool. That was just Jerry.
Nice.
And then after here, I mean, it's all. I feel like you drop down a tier after this. It's
You
it's
would
all
think,
the same.
You would think.
I got some creative picks on here. Normally, I'm not rewarded for my creative picks, so not gonna go with those.
Oh, the pizza guy, you won that week.
Which one was that?
Most universally loved people.
Oh yeah, that was week 1, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Steve Harvey.
Ooh.
Good one.
Nice guy.
Universally loved.
I think everyone seems to like him. He botched that one Miss America, but I mean,
Do you think
Who-
he did it on purpose though?
why? Just to like,
Ratings.
oh, probably not.
No? Okay.
I believe in people making honest mistakes.
I believe in the stupidity of people.
Yeah, for a second it sounds like I'm saying something nice. No, I believe in people's ability to honestly screw up.
Okay. Good.
Anyway,
Steve Harvey.
yeah,
you like
Steve
him.
Harvey. Yeah. Oh yeah, back to Scott.
Okay, my 4th pick is a man that basically revolutionized the world as we know it. His name is Jeff Bezos,
Really?
founder of Amazon.
You think Jeff Bezos is one of
That's
the...
not gonna get you any
Yeah.
votes.
You don't know our audience at all.
What?
Shop local, first of all.
Nobody shops on
Customergracious.com.
Amazon in this audience? Are you kidding? Nobody swipes right for buy now?
I guess it depends how we're deciding our people. I was trying to choose people that I genuinely like the most who are bald. But from a success standpoint, yes, Bruce Willis is
Let's do
great.
richest bald people. You would dominate, Scott.
Jeff Bezos is a very successful man while being bald.
I'm very glad Jeff Bezos founded Amazon. I think that's changed the world.
It has changed the world. I agree with that.
I think lots of listeners probably shop on Amazon.
Wow, guys, I have so many good answers left, and it's just going to be so hard to pick just one. But I believe my fourth and final pick. Okay, this is one that's up for debate, and it's you two, specifically Scott. Tell me if I'm right in thinking that he's bald or not. Tiger Woods.
Definitely balding big time.
Yeah,
He's struggling.
Recently, when he takes his hat off, you could see, but it's more of like a LeBron at his worst hairline. He's not bald.
He's not.
No.
It's getting pretty bad.
Can I look him up real quick?
Yeah. Like a recent picture of Tiger Woods without a hat on. It's getting pretty.
I haven't
just
seen
the fact that you don't know that he's bald doesn't mean he's one of your favorite bald people.
Well, no, it depends on if he's bald or not. Not if he's one of my favorite people or not.
Well, I'm saying if he was one of your favorite people, you would know if he was bald or not. You wouldn't have to look it up.
Yeah, he's balding. I don't know if he's bald.
Male pattern baldness is going on.
Okay. No Tiger.
Okay.
In that case, might as well just go the basketball route. I just saw him a couple weeks ago. DJ Diesel.
He was on my list.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. I almost went with him with my first pick, and then I just didn't pick him at all. So I really didn't have much of a list going.
Really
here.
fell down the draft board.
Yeah.
I mean,
he slipped in the
I
draft.
think he's entertaining both on and off. He was one of my favorite basketball players. Him and Kobe. I love the Lakers growing up.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Shaq's great.
I kind of forgot you saw him. That's pretty cool, dude.
It was cool.
Somebody's great.
Just ridiculous. Cool. Did anybody else have Adam Reck on their list?
Who is that?
He was my youth pastor growing up.
Nope.
He went from having dreads to going bald. Very infectious laugh.
Did I
Though.
meet
Taught me a
him?
lot about the Bible.
Cool. I meet him? Adam?
He was black. Remember Adam?
Ah.
System linked a lot with Adam.
Bladham?
Really?
You would remember him.
Yeah.
Great laugh.
I bet if I saw a picture of him, I'd recognize him.
Core memory that I have with Adam and Scott. We were playing Halo at the house next door to our church. That was like the manse kind of thing.
Yes.
And there was a car driving by, and our church was in a little bit of a ghetto neighborhood, so it was like blaring this music. And Scott knew that it was Pony by Genuine and started singing. Adam thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard.
I have no recollection of that one.
I mean, we were probably third grade. Yeah. No, we were in third grade. It was Halo. So it was probably 8th grade.
Anyway. Started that one a little too low.
Here are some of my other honorable mentions real quick. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Bald.
I don't really love him though, but he's one of the first people I thought of when I thought
he's
of bald.
pretty
Super
iconic.
bald.
Derek Jeter.
Oh, forgot about him.
Good one.
The guy from the Bible that do you remember that story? These youths made fun of him for being bald.
Youths.
They're like, "Go on up, you bald head, going up," and he cast a bunch of bears on him and killed all these kids.
Second Kings.
So that's what you get for making fun of me being bald.
Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second Kings 42 or something like that. I know it's all even numbers. All right, the audio just kind of cut out. I don't know what we said, but we were talking Bibles and scripture and
She-bears
bald
and,
people. I wrote down something biblical. I wrote down Samson after he got his hair chopped off.
Oh, was he bald?
I don't know how much did that cut
Yeah,
off.
that's true. Yeah. Up to your interpretation. But he was weaker, right? So, come on.
Well, that's why
Honorable mention. Yeah.
He didn't get chosen.
Only president to come out of Kansas, Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Bald.
Bald. Only president I think that's bald. Maybe. Fact check me on that if you want.
Gandhi.
Gandhi is a president.
Well, if you take
and
off
from-
Trump's wig, he's bald.
No, that's real hair, baby. That thing's doing great. Vince Diesel.
Sure.
Jason Statham. Albert Pujols.
Okay.
Larry David. Charles Barkley, you're set. Tim Howard. Remember that amazing run that we had in the World Cup with Tim Howard as the
Tim
goalie?
Howard had 14 saves in one match.
Usain Bolt.
Oh.
Brian Urlacher.
Okay.
A lot of athletes.
I know. Chad Johnson. Vince Carter. Vince Carter was so cool back in the day when he was bald and thrown down. And then Kevin Garnett.
Cool. My honorable mentions, the very first two people I thought of, very different, was Michael Jordan and Dr. Phil for some reason. Dr. Phil was the first person that came to mind. Then, I had Walter White, Terry Crews, Howie Mandel, Damon Wayans, Gandhi,
Terry Crews,
Samson, and then I had Britney Spears in 2007.
That's good. You got any more, Scott?
Yeah, I had Jason Statham,
Mhm.
probably one of the coolest voices of all time.
Modern day Bruce Willis, probably.
I had Vin Diesel, another iconic voice.
Are you just saying all of Brad's honorable mentions, or are you saying your honorable mentions?
Brad? You said Vin Diesel?
I said Vince Diesel, which is like the more
Oh.
formal
And
version.
Jason Statham.
You said Jason Statham too?
I was being kind of annoying. I was saying him weird. Yeah.
Oh man, I must not have been paying
I was
attention
like,
at
are you just
all.
reading Brad's list?
I was really tuned out.
I also had Albert Pujols.
No,
Oh, go ahead.
my last one was Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah.
He's pretty awesome. All right. So quick recap. Brad, Michael Jordan, Bruce Willis, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Scott, The Rock, Dick Vitale, Walter White, Jeff Bezos.
Why are you laughing at Jeff
I
Bezos?
feel like everyone is just like kind of out on like these like 0.1 percenters, you know, like no one really likes billionaire CEOs.
Yeah, I know, but like, think about how nice life is with Amazon.
Jake had Charles Barkley, the good-looking blue man, George Costanza, and Steve Harvey. And TJ with the
Oh, that's right.
cameo
TJ.
had his daughter Sunny until she was 2 years old, Denzel Washington in some movies, The Mask, and Dr. Evil.
Fun. 4-person s'more.
Four persons more.
Four s'more.
Double s'more. S'more squared. So
Let's do our reviews of the week. This one comes from just a bunch of letters. It seems like HESEAG, whatever. She says, my husband and I, thank you. I choose my boyfriend your podcast one day when we both had COVID and we were playing endless games of Mexican train dominoes. Your podcast made us laugh so much and was bonding for us. We are now married, and the other night we played Mexican train dominoes again and listened to your podcast. It was like old times. Again, you're basically the reason I'm married, so thank you. Maybe not totally the reason, but you've been a great memory maker. I love how Brad genuinely loves his family and the stories about Hattie and her Magic Treehouse books. It's been so sweet to hear how much Jake cares about Rachel. We're happy for you. Thanks for being such genuine, funny guys. Thank you for leaving such a genuine message.
all right. Mine is actually an Instagram DM from Madison Oliver. She sent it to us Monday.
Cute.
She said, hey, my husband and I love Ghostrunners, and I would like to consider myself an OG ghostie. I listen to the podcast on Spotify, so I can only give 5-star review, 5 stars on there, but I can't comment, so I figured I could share a little story on here with you guys. My husband and I recently went to Italy and we're having dinner one night. The menu was in Italian, so we were having a little trouble, and the waiter spoke little English. No problem. We just asked a couple questions and blindly picked 2 entrees. However, a few minutes later, a server brought out an expensive appetizer that we did not order, so we kindly said, oh no, we didn't order that. She went over to our waiter, who then pointed at our table and nodded at us. My husband was about to argue when I said under my breath, just eat the hot dog. He instantly knew what I meant, and he thanked the server for the food. We didn't
eat the hot dog.
We didn't eat much of it because it was an interesting spread of things. We wanted to eat our actual meals. When we did get our entrees, my husband's had a whole shrimp with the eyes and shell on it, which freaked him out. Again, I said, just eat the hot dog. Which this time meant eat what you can. After we finished, the waiter came over and felt bad that we didn't eat much of our food, which was totally our fault. We didn't know what we were ordering. We were really nice, just said that we were full, and we thanked him for serving us. Before we had a chance to leave, he said he had a surprise for us. So we waited at the table, and this man brings over 2 shots from the bar. I'm sure most people would have appreciated this, but both my husband and I don't drink and have never had a shot. I couldn't imagine not accepting this man's gift. So my husband and I cheered to just eating the hot dog and downed it fast. Even though it wasn't our favorite meal of the trip, it was definitely our most memorable. So thank you guys for your podcast, which gave us a positive outlook during this interesting meal. So shout out to
That's fun.
Madison. Yeah.
That's fun. to
Madison
think
and
about
husband.
Subtle ways we're impacting people. But just like when stuff comes up like that in life.
Oh,
you're like,
it's
you know
awesome.
what?
Eat the hot dog.
Just eat the hot dog.
Eat it. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, I love hearing those kind of things. I love hearing that we're part of memories with relationships, any and every way, with this woman who's now, she's probably a girl to us still. She's younger than us because she just got married, but they have memories of Mexican train and playing, Ghostrunners. So thank you guys. It's awesome.
It's
So
fun. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
It's the Ghostrunners, a Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning with Jake and Brad. Sometimes Scott comes too, and he always has laughs. We love you so much. Have a great week.
Wow. Way to redeem.
Brad, thank you for the jingle this week. Better Belize it.
Better
Yeah.
Belize it.
We're going to Belize, guys.
Go to Belize.
Come with us.
Save up. Keep your April
See it
free.
to Belize it.
Probably gonna be like that second week, right after Easter, sometime in there.
Unbelievable.
Right after Easter, we're being there. So yeah, thank you guys for listening this week. Thanks for all the kind words on the engagement. Thanks for watching the bonus episode. Let us how'd you feel about 2 Ghostrunners episodes in 1 week? I know it was a special occasion, but like, did we like how that felt? How did it go down?
Mm-hmm.
Felt good going down.
Felt good for you, Scott?
Felt great.
Yeah, like a good hot dog. Like you're allowed to eat hot dogs, and it was a good tasting
It
hot
was a
dog.
delicious all
Yeah.
beef Frank.
Went to bed, fell asleep. Great afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even need a Zambian. I'm out.
Zamibian.
Oh.
Ambien is a pill that helps you fall asleep, and Zambia is a country in Africa. I'm out.
Full circle. It's a circle.
Love you guys. See ya.
Have a good week.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Every